My dear friends, masters, and gods. Very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 19, day 18. So, before commencing the session, I would like to say pranams to you all and to our Guruji Raghunath sir, our Grandmaster Maharshi Patriji, our great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to all the great Grandmasters and to the universe. So, today's topic is how feelings obscure the soul. So, we are honored to welcome Madam Pranil Garu, a gifted spiritual counselor and healer who brings wealth of experience from diverse realms of life. So before stepping into the spiritual path, Madam spent 13 years in the TV and film industry as a costume designer and stylist, and even went on to establish her own fashion brand. So Madam's spiritual journey began over 15 years ago with the Art of Living Foundation, where she not only practiced but also became a happiness program teacher. In her quest for a deeper understanding, Madam explored Kriya, Kundalini Yoga, and various healing techniques and integrated them into her work. So today, Madam conducts her own programs in meditation, yoga, pranayama, and life lessons, using her gifts to spiritually guide, empower, and heal individuals from all walks of life. So in this session, Madam will speak on how feelings obscure the soul. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you, Lokesh ji. Thank you so much. I thank Mahavatar Foundation for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I thank all the earlier masters. I thank Great Master Rangnath Sarji. I thank the great Master Patris Sarji, and I thank the great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and all you masters sitting here. I thank you all for giving me the wonderful opportunity to be a part of your and mine spiritual growth. So, welcome all to this wonderful session. How are you all doing? Good? Everybody's doing good? Yeah? Okay. So, should we start now? Yes? Should we start? She's saying no video. Lokesh ji?
Yeah, it is okay to everyone, Madam.
You can see the video?
Yeah, we are seeing, Madam. It is okay.
Okay. Vedvati ji was saying no video. You can see clearly and hear clearly,
You just
right?
log out and log in again, Madam. Vedavati, Madam. If it is.
Huh? Huh?
Vedavati madam, if the problem persists, you can log out and just log in again. For Vedavati.
But Lokesh ji, you can hear and see clearly, no?
Yes, yes, yes. You are
Huh?
audible, madam. It is clear. It is clear.
Okay.
We are able to
Should
see
we
you. Yes.
start then?
Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Should we start? We'll do a small prayer, everyone. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful opportunity. I ask you to take charge of this session and give us the full benefit of this session and give us the strength and courage to make this knowledge a part of our lives and transform us. Thank you. So, this topic is how feelings obscure the soul. It is a lecture which was given by Paramhansa Yogananda ji, and he was a great master, spiritual master, who in the early 1900s went to the West and he spread the knowledge of Kriya Yoga and the wonderful spiritual knowledge also. I'm deeply, what do you say? I am deeply connected to him, and I love his knowledge. From time to time, I keep reading his books. And when I came across this topic, I thought it would be wonderful to share it with all of you. So he starts by saying, if you were to sit completely calm, and calm your body, your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, you would immediately come into your true nature, and that is the nature of yourself, which is peace, calm, bliss, and joy. But isn't it strange that we do not experience our true nature. It is always there with us, but we cannot experience it. So, isn't it a strange thing? He says. He explains it very nicely. He says that imagine there is a screen in front of me and I am talking. So, can you see me then? No, correct? You cannot see because there is a screen in front of me. So he says similarly, feelings, they are like the screen in front of our soul. They prevent us from experiencing the soul. Our true self is with us only, within us only. But we are covered with the screen of these feelings. Okay. He says that the reason that we do not know bliss is because we are intoxicated with these feelings. These feelings arise from our ego consciousness. Then he says, remove the screen. How do we remove the screen? We remove the screen of feelings through meditation. And once you start sitting in meditation and you go deep in meditation, you will start seeing the light of your soul. You will start experiencing the bliss of your soul. But till the soul is covered by these feelings, you will not experience the self. And so, have you seen many of the people who were newcomers in meditation, who are still newcomers? When we sit to meditate, what happens? We start having a lot of emotions, we start having a lot of feelings, some good, some bad, and they distract us from experiencing our true self. He says a restless, agitated state of mind results from the stimuli of feelings. So, the feelings are the stimuli, and these feelings are causing the restless, agitated mind. So, in the day when we are going about doing our work, we feel restless, agitated. But from where all this is coming? It is coming through the stimuli of our feelings. He says it's like as if you have worn a mask. This mask is of the feelings. As soon as you remove this mask of feelings, you can become established in your true nature, in your true self. Mood swings, right? These mood swings, these feelings which are causing these moods, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are depressed. These feelings, these moods are cause of our imprisonment, and these feelings are the cause of our sorrow. So isn't it a very deep understanding from where is this sorrow coming? Just think about it. Is it some neighbor who's giving us this sorrow? Is it our boss who's giving us this sorrow? Is it money that is giving us this sorrow? Is it our job that is giving us this sorrow? We think like that only, right? But that is not true. What is giving us sorrow is our feelings, which we cannot control. That is the cause of all our sorrow. And if we want to get relief from this sorrow, we have to start doing meditation. Meditation is the answer to freedom from these feelings and from this sorrow that we experience in our life. Feelings and emotions, they obscure the soul. So if this line, if we imbibe it today, that it is actually the feelings and emotions which obscure our soul. Patanjali says, he is also read Patanjali, so he is talking about the knowledge of Patanjali. He says, Patanjali says that for lifetimes we are impersonating ourselves. We are caught, we are shrouded in our feelings, in our desires, in our passions, and that is why for lifetimes we are masquerading like this, and we cannot see our true self. So once you have realized you are impersonating these character flaws, so you say this man is very angry, he remains angry all the time. It's a character flaw. Or you say this man has, no control over his feelings. We say that many times. So that is the meaning of it, that once you realize you're impersonating these characteristics which are coming from our feelings, we will never be the same again. So I hope after this session, we all transform and we all realize that all the character flaws we are experiencing, from where are they coming? Can anybody tell me now? Where are the character flaws coming from? Please contribute. There is, you can be more in the present moment like that. It's no, a passive listening does not help us really. Active listening will help you transform. Yeah. So
Madam,
where do these character? Yes.
character flaws originate and come from our own inner self, by our
No,
own.
no, 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 no.
Uh,
No, no,
egos.
no, no. They come from our feelings.
Yes,
Our
feelings.
inner self, our
Mm.
inner self is always unaffected, calm, peaceful, centered,
Ah,
joyful.
ah,
What is causing the character
yes.
flaws? It is these feelings which are causing
Feelings.
these
Feelings, emotion.
character flaws. Okay?
Sorry, madam.
Feeling.
Sorry. I intend to tell only feelings and emotions.
Okay, no
Yes.
problem. No problem. Feelings
Yes.
only obscure our soul. Okay. Now, every person is innately beautiful, isn't it? Uh, but do we feel like that? We feel, oh, that person is, very, he is not very friendly. This person gets angry all the time. Don't we feel like that? We only focus on their feelings and emotions. But actually, below, every human being is beautiful. Then he gives a very nice example of, a diamond. He says if you keep a diamond and if you keep a black cat near the diamond, what will happen? You will start seeing the dark color in the diamond of the black cat, right? But if you remove that black cat and take it away, again that diamond starts shining very clearly, right? So he equates the black cat to our feelings. Such a beautiful and easy example he has given. So how are our feelings behaving? They are behaving like that black cat who is obscuring the shine of our soul, who is obscuring the light of our soul. So he says that this is the way to freedom from all our sorrows. You remove this, this mask of feelings, and you will be able to experience bliss, joy, and happiness. He says never to be addicted by any habit. We are all addicted by our habits. And these habits are also based on our feelings and our likes and dislikes only, isn't it? So he says, don't be addicted. It's like if you're having a cup of coffee, you can enjoy it, you can have it daily, but someday, if you miss it, you should not get affected by it. Yeah. So that is the way to be. Do not get addicted to that habit. Or if you don't get to see TV for 1 day or 2 days, you should not get affected by it. Deep down, these habits are linked to our feelings only. Then if you see children, when children are growing up, a child, a 1 year old child, 2 years old child, what we start doing, he talks about parenting here. and the association with how feelings start happening at an early age. He says that, at an early age, we start asking the child, what will you like to eat? Do you like, roti? Do you like rice? Do you like pizza? Now, the moment we are doing this to the child is developing likes and dislikes, and the child is now behaving according to his feelings. Yeah. So at an early age, instead of asking the child what you like and don't like, just start giving him, serving him food what is cooked. Healthy food you're cooking, dal, sabji, roti, rice. Start giving that child this healthy, normal home food. If you keep asking, he is going to start swinging in his feelings, in his moods, and that is why you see that today's children are becoming extremely moody and fussy. Are you experiencing this? That today's children are, we were not given so much options. Our mother used to tell, this is made, you have to eat this. But today the mother says, oh, I'll order from Zepto, I'll make, I'll get you pizza, I'll get you chocolate. And the more we are indulging in their likes and dislikes, their feelings, the more moody and fussy they are becoming. Then he says that when we have attained mastery over our feelings, we abide in our true nature. So, what is the answer to this suffering? We must gain mastery over our feelings. Then we start abiding in our true nature. How to get mastery over our feelings? He has told us to go deep into meditation. Already in Mahavatar Foundation, we have found the path that we have to practice meditation according to our age, practice it 2 to 3 times a day, and then this mask of feelings will start disappearing and you will experience the true nature. He says, isn't it better to meditate and to experience this joy rather than roaming around the world like a restless demon? He see how he has compared human being to a restless demon. You know, like a demon, he's moving around, restless, always restless in his mind. So he says, isn't it better that we get established in ourselves through meditation rather than roaming around like a restless demon? And where is this restlessness coming? This restlessness is coming from our feelings. So then he says that how can we take interest in anything if we neutralize our feelings? Naturally, now all this must be coming in your mind also. Okay, I will stop feeling. Then how can I live my life? You know? So let us look at the answer to this. He says there are people who are continuously working day and night because they feel that this is the only path to move ahead in life. That is continuously being a restless state and continuously going on working too much in life. And then he says there are people who have come on the spiritual path, but little bit they come on the spiritual path, they experience bliss and peace, then they start losing interest in the material world. Have you seen that? Do people, are you all feeling like that you're losing interest in the material world? No. He says that you will lose interest, but don't lose interest to such an extent that you stop doing your worldly duties. He says that in the ashram there were people who came, who meditated, who experienced the bliss, but after that they became so, they lost so much of interest in the daily activities that even if there was garbage lying in the ashram, they would say, oh, I am blissful, I am peaceful, I don't want to clean the ashram. So he says both extremes are wrong. Both extremes, too much of activity is also wrong, and too much also of being in a blissful state and ignoring all your worldly duties, that is also wrong. He says true masters, they are always actively interested and involved in the worldly day to day duties. He gives an example of Yukteswar ji, who was his master. He says he was always very interested in the daily duties, but he used to remain unattached. Like he gives an example, if they said if you gave him a vase, vase made of glass, a beautiful vase, if you gave that vase to master to keep it and keep it clean and all, he would take a lot of interest, put it in a nice shelf, clean it from time to time, look after it. But suppose by chance if it accidentally broke, master would only laugh and master would not be affected that the vase has broken. So that is how you need to do your worldly duties. You need to be involved in them completely, but by maintaining a peaceful and calm state and without being attached to the material things. He says that he appreciates everything that God has given him, but he did not get attached to whatever he had in his life. He used to always thank God, be grateful, but he would never be attached to whatever material things he had in his life. Then he gives an example. He says that someone came and gave him a very expensive, long coat. In the Western countries, they wear a long coat, which is used for the cold season. Somebody came and gave him a long coat and a beautiful hat, matching hat. In one of the lectures, after the lecture, somebody gifted him that. People would gift him a lot of things. So he kept it with him and he used to wear it. He loved the coat and he loved the hat. But one day after his lecture, before the lecture, he put the hat and the coat in the bathroom. He hung it over there and went to attend his lecture. And after the lecture, when he came back, he found that the coat was missing. The hat was there, the coat was missing. So he did not get angry or upset at all. He laughed. Now, why did he laugh? He laughed because he said, "Oh, I wish the person who robbed the coat or took the coat would have taken the hat too, because the hat was matching with the coat and now he will miss the hat." So you see how the masters were so unaffected, and at any given time, they would always be caring for the other person. Or the other person has robbed his coat, but still he is thinking about the well being of the other person. So he says, don't let feelings ruin you. So he says, how can you be how can you be happy if you're always fussing over your clothes? That's why he gives an example of the clothes. Women especially, they are fussing. It is a very big part in their lives for women, clothes. They will spend hours thinking what to wear, right? They will go and buy a sari, and then after buying the sari, they will show it to 10 people. And even if one person says, I don't like the sari, they will go and give the sari back and exchange it. And so many times they are caught up in this feelings and likes and dislikes. And they become so disturbed by such a small thing also. Even men, sometimes they are not able to, I'm telling in general for men and women, so they also sometimes get caught up in their feelings. Oh, I don't like this job. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. Why you want to leave it? If somebody asks them, they would say, oh, I'm just not happy here. I don't like it here. So you see, he is making the decision based on just on his likes and dislikes. His pay package is good. His environment is good. His boss is also good. It's near his house also. But just he feels that his cabin is small and he feels like leaving it. So this is what we are doing most of the time. We are taking decisions based on our feelings. We are taking decisions based on our likes and dislikes. You want to ask something, sir? You want to ask something? No? So he says the ordinary man is like a pendulum. He is always restless. No? Isn't it? Our mind is like a pendulum. This is good, this is not good. Should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Should I take this job? Should I not take this job? This is the meaning that our mind is like a pendulum, and he has compared our mind to an animalistic state. Have you seen many animals? No, they keep pacing up and down. Have you seen? Many lions, they keep pacing up and down. Many other animals also, if you see, they keep, because they have that animalistic nature, and he has compared our mind to an animalistic nature. He says, learn to work in this world with interest but remain calm and unattached. So we must work in this world. Obviously, we have to survive. We have to look after our family. We have to go about doing our duties. But we have to remain calm and unattached. So if we remain too attached, to our job, if we remain too attached to our clothes, if we remain too attached to food, then we will always remain unhappy. We'll always have this restless mind. He says to live for oneself is the cause of all misery. When we are only thinking about ourselves, what about getting money for me, what about my children, what about me, that is the time we are unhappy. But when we connect ourselves and work for God, that is the time we start experiencing happiness. And that is why we must do seva, we must do service to mankind, selfless service, where you have no expectations that now I'm giving this session also. I have I have to have no expectation whether you're liking it or you're not liking it. Whether you have whether you want to take something out of it or no. I am just giving my 100% and doing my best and leaving the rest to God. Okay? Krishna says that those who have mastered their minds and have no further interest in the fruit of their action, they get infinite wisdom, freed from rebirth. They attain a state beyond sorrow. So it is about mastering your mind. I think that day Ramchandranji spoke about, I don't know whether he is there today or no. Is Ramchandranji there today? Is he there with us? I don't know.
Yes, I'm here.
Ha, sir. That day you spoke about the nature of the mind,
Yes,
So that
yes,
is
yes.
what Lord Krishna says. If you have mastered your mind and have no further interest in the fruits of the action, then you get infinite wisdom and you are freed from the cycle of rebirth and you attain a state beyond sorrow. So that is the way to be beyond sorrow, is to have mastery of your mind. And that can happen through continuous deep meditation, morning, afternoon, evening, night. Whenever you get time, go deep in meditation. All right, Ramchandranji, I remembered
Yes,
you when I was writing this down. So now, if you see a greedy man, he eats to fulfill his desires, right? A greedy man wants to eat 6 puris instead of 4 puris, right? But a master, he will eat only to fulfill his hunger. You have to eat because you're hungry, but not more than 3 to 4 puris. Once his hunger is satiated, a master won't eat more. But a greedy man, he will eat more. Even if his stomach gets spoiled, he will still eat more. So a similar example is like a murderer. He will go and kill another man because he wants to rob him of his money, or he wants to take revenge from him, or in anger he goes and kills a man. But compare it to a soldier. A soldier also goes and kills many soldiers, but he kills them to defend his country. So in the both the examples, he is giving the example to show you the difference between the intention behind the actions. So your intention should always be good. Like it is, suppose if I have come over here to give a lecture, but my intention is not right. It is not, the intention is not really to take the knowledge to y'all with sincerity. Rather than I want to be famous or I want to be seen in this video. Do you get it? See the difference between that is wrong intention. But the correct intention is with true humility, I want to share this knowledge and contribute to everyone's growth in the process. That is true intention. So you do all the duties of your world, of the world, with true intention. That is what he is telling, the difference between the two acts. Then he gives an example of, motorcycle. Again, likes and dislikes and feelings. He gives another example. He says that somebody gave him a motorcycle when he was in the ashram in India. And he loved that motorcycle very much. He was very young at that time. So he used to really ride that motorcycle for long time. 1 hour he used to ride it, go to the market to bring things for the ashram. But one day, and so he started thinking, he was young. So he started thinking, am I too attached to the motorcycle? So he went, this was disturbing him. So he went to his master Yukteswarji and asked his master, am I too attached to my motorcycle? So master said, no, you are not attached. So in a few days only, what happened? Somebody else said, I like your motorcycle a lot. And with a lot of love, Paramahansaji was able to give away the motorcycle to that person. He said, you like it so much, you keep it. And he was not affected by it. That is when he understood he is not attached to his likes and dislikes, and he was able to give away the motorcycle so easily. That is the meaning of being detached from your feelings, detached from your likes and dislikes. You have to use all the things in the world, but without any likes and dislikes, without any attachment to your feelings. He says, when you attain freedom from slavery to feelings, you become spiritually sensitive, but you are no longer sensitive to matter. So you become extremely sensitive spiritually, but that same sensitivity does not remain to matter. Today, how we are living our lives, we are extremely sensitive to the things, material things around us, right? So if our car gets dented, we feel very bad. How many people experience that? That when the moment a car gets dented, oh my God, what happened to my car, right? And that is how we are very sensitive to the material things. But when you gain freedom from your feelings and likes and dislikes, you become spiritually more sensitive. You are more connected now with your inner self, and you become a little bit distant from the material things. You're not so affected by it. You will not feel bad or sad if your car gets dented. You just take it and you'll get it repaired. He says that delusion causes us to imagine fear, disease, and all other limiting conditions. So, this is the delusion of feelings. This is the delusion of our likes and dislikes. We are holding on to these feelings and likes and dislikes as if they are real. But actually, that is the delusion. And this delusion is causing us the disease in our life. It is causing the sorrow in our life. It is causing the limiting beliefs in our life, right? Like you may think, oh, I'm 50 years old, I'm 60 years old, I can't do this now, I'm old. What is this? This is a limiting belief. Why? Because we are holding on to our body. We are away from the spiritual essence and we are holding on to the body consciousness. Then he gives this example of this limiting belief by making us understand that the soul is neither a man, neither a woman. Soul does not have any gender. What we think is, oh, I'm a woman, I must only, cook in the kitchen. It used to be like that in the older days, and they would not be allowed to go out and work. And men used to think, oh, I am the lord of this house, I can shout at my wife or I can say anything I want to the children. That was the perception in the earlier days. Of course, now things are changing and we are becoming more equal, but to a large extent we are our behavior is governed by our body consciousness, but actually we are neither a man, we are neither a woman. And he gives an example that when he was very young, so when children are young, they are not aware of their sexuality. Have you seen? They come naked also outside, they don't feel shy, but it is we who keep telling them, you have to not behave like this. So his aunt shouts at him one day when he comes out without wearing a dhoti, and she makes him aware of his sexuality. And that is how this feeling of being man, being woman starts taking shape in our minds. He says an actor forgets that he is playing a part, correct? An actor comes and he plays the role of, say, Anand, the name of the hero, and he plays that part. At that time, the actor forgets that he forgets that who he is. Actually, he is not Anand, he is Sudhir. But he forgets that he is Sudhir and he starts behaving like Anand. Similarly, we forget who we are, what our true nature is when we come in this world. And we start behaving with these character flaws which are coming from our feelings. You can open the doors of realization. So, how can you open the doors of realization? You can open the doors of realization by daily meditation. Practice Practice daily meditation and retain its effects. And what you feel in meditation, you must keep at all times. Now, this is very important. He says, practice meditation daily. And so now, most of y'all who are practicing, y'all may be experiencing the bliss and the calm, isn't it? Everybody is experiencing that. Now, what he says is, you must take this bliss and calm, you must even retain the effects of it after you come out of meditation. Hold on to these effects to the best of your ability. He says that many people meditate half-heartedly, isn't it? Many people, once they've learned some meditation, they've learned some pranayam, they've learned some yoga, they've learned some kriya. Many people go through long kriyas also. They will do those spiritual practices. And what they do, they start doing it very mechanically. And once they are over with the mechanics of meditation, they again forget everything, they forget what they experienced, and they go about their daily lives forgetting what they experienced. So he says that is not the way you should be. You should hold on to the peace and the joy you experience in meditation. And how can that happen now, you may ask? How can we hold on to that lasting effect? He says you should go deep into meditation for that, very deep into meditation. Just by doing half an hour meditation or 20 minutes meditation once a day is not going to give you that state. So you must go for long hours. You must at least meditate 2 times a day, if not 3 times a day. And then slowly, you will be able to hold on to that meditative state even when you come out of it. He says that the 4 periods of the day, the transitional states, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Night is 9 to 12, evening is 5 to 7, afternoon is say 1 to 2, and morning, early morning is like whatever 4:30 to 7, whenever you feel comfortable. You should meditate because these times are very favorable for meditation. So you should sit in those times and you should meditate. And then he has explained more about this. He has explained about Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvakalp Samadhi. Now, what is Savikalp Samadhi? He says that in this, the consciousness is not fully absorbed into the divine consciousness. Little part still remains. That's why some thoughts may still be there. You may be experiencing bliss, calm, but it is our consciousness is not fully absorbed in the divine consciousness, and that this is called Savikalp Samadhi. So that is why when we come out of Savikalp Samadhi, we forget that bliss state when we are doing our actions. So people who are newcomers and even who have been meditating for 2 to 3 years may be just in Savikalp Samadhi. What we must aim is to go into the Nirvakalp Samadhi state. And what is Nirvakalp Samadhi state? When you go deep in meditation, then your consciousness gets totally absorbed in the divine consciousness. There is You are not there at all, only the divine consciousness remains. And that kind of experience, when you come out of it also, you will still go on holding to that state even in your wakeful state. And so then he says it is called conscious ecstasy. That means you're doing your duties, and you are peaceful and happy. You're doing your worldly duties, but you are retaining that peaceful, happy, joyful state of samadhi. That is the highest form of samadhi, which is called nirvakalp samadhi. He says it took him also a long time to reach that state of Nirvikalp Samadhi. But each one of us who are meditating must, make that our goal of reaching the highest state, that is Nirvikalp Samadhi. That is how you can do all your duties. You can go through all your tests of life. You can do all your actions without getting disturbed by these feelings and by these emotions and by our likes and dislikes. This is the only answer, he says, to our restlessness. This is the answer to our answer to how we can erase the sorrow from our minds, to go deep into meditation and to achieve the nirvakal samadhi. He says that the soul can then become established in its own state, free from ego created disturbances of feeling, centered forever in bliss. And then it starts remaining centered forever in bliss. It will not be that you will meditate for some time, you will feel happy, joyful, and again when you are coming out, you are again caught up in your feelings or emotions. You will be able to maintain that state of happy, calm state even when you're doing your daily duties. And he says one more thing. He says that pain will come in your life, right? You may ask, are we going to become like robots? No. Sometimes pain may come. Sometimes you may have to go through losses in life. Death is a part of life. You may lose your loved one. Anything can happen. but you will not be affected by that pain. You will not go so much in sorrow that have you seen when people lose a loved one? Sometimes for years they are not able to come out of that sorrow. Have you seen? Yes. So that does not need to happen. If you have achieved Nirvakalp Samadhi, you may feel a little pain. Obviously, that person is your loved one, but you will not be affected by it. You will remain calm and you will go about doing your duties. Yeah. So, this is a small topic about how feelings obscure the soul. And I find all topics and all talk of Paramahansa Ji very beautiful, very deep, and it is. If I may just give you the essence of this topic, I can just tell you in 3, 4 short lines. If somebody wants to write it down, they can write it down. The first thing is that feelings and emotions, they come from our ego consciousness, and these feelings and emotions obscure the soul. They do not allow us to come into a happy, peaceful and calm state, right? This is the first point. And the second is that you should always aim to go deep into meditation and try to achieve Nirvakalp Samadhi. And the highest form is this, that you can continue doing your duties by being in that state always peaceful and joyful, and at the same time you can be unaffected by the challenges of your life. So, and don't get caught up with the likes and dislikes that you have. You can like something, but if you don't get it, you should not be affected by it. And especially don't take decisions of your life based on your moods, based on your feelings, based on your likes and dislikes. They will never be correct. How you must take your decisions? You should meditate deeply, calmly. And when you come out of meditation, then think about the problem, think about what you have to do. And then if you take the decisions, the decisions will be always correct. Okay. So that day we learned about 10-minute mindfulness. So these two, see how everything, every point of knowledge is connected. That when you achieve Nirvakalp Samadhi, you automatically come into the present moment, and you don't even need to do so much effort. You automatically achieve the state of mindfulness. Yes, so that's it, my friends. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And if anybody has some questions, you can ask me for 5-10 minutes, or then we can all do the meditation.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Most of our spiritual journey begins with the writings of Paramhansa Yogananda. Right.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding us his timeless wisdom. So he used to say that our soul is like pure gold covered with dirt. Here, the dirt is the layers of inner feelings like anger, jealousy, greediness, moodiness, and all. So only by removing these emotional layers only we can witness the true brilliance of soul. So that made in, yeah, by quitting the chitta we can achieve mind's activity of knowing and feeling of inner self. Thank you, madam. Thank you for.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Madam.
sir.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, madam. Actually,
good evening.
Not doubt, madam. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
This Nirvakal, is it an English word?
Nirvakalp is a Sanskrit word, sir. Nirvakalpa Samadhi. Savikalp Samadhi and Nirvakalp Samadhi. It's a Sanskrit.
Nirvakal in Sanskrit, Nirvakal. In English, what is it, madam? Meaning?
Nirvakalp. Nirvakalpa.
What is English
If
meaning,
you
madam?
want, I'll write in the chat later on Savikalp and Nirvakalp. Okay.
What is the English word, madam? English word?
I don't
Any
know.
idea?
It's the Sanskrit. It's written in the Sanskrit only. English.
Okay.
There is these topics are not in English, so there is no English word for
Okay.
it as such.
Okay, madam.
Only he has explained it. Conscious ecstasy. He has explained it in English. It can be called as conscious ecstasy. That even
Ecstasy.
in the conscious state,
Yeah. Maybe some technical errors.
hello,
madam.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he has given the word in English. He calls it conscious ecstasy. Nirvakalp Samadhi is conscious ecstasy.
Okay.
And
Okay, madam.
Nirvakalp Samadhi is when we are in the meditative state. That time we are not experiencing our body consciousness, right? But when we come out, we experience our body consciousness, but we forget that ecstasy state in Nirvakalp Samadhi.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, madam. We are going beyond the body state. Am I right, madam? We are going beyond the body. We are Nirvakal Samadhi.
No.
We are beyond
We are
the body
not
state.
going beyond. We are not going beyond body. We are experiencing the blissful state even in the waking body state. Even in the body consciousness state, we are still experiencing samadhi. You didn't understand? See,
Yes.
what is happening now when we are meditating? How long have you been meditating, sir? Penyappa, sir?
Continuous
How long have
1
you?
hour. Now I have been meditating
How
for the
long?
past 5 months. For the past 5 months.
Okay, 5. Okay, so what do you experience in meditation?
1 minute, madam. The middle line lavara. Tirpi line lavara, please. Tirpi, please line lavara. 1 second. 1 minute. Seri. The line lavara. Seri. Line lavara. Seri. Now our line lavara, please. Madam, for the past 5 months, madam.
So what are you experiencing in meditation? Can you share? What do you experience when you meditate?
My passions getting improved. Passions. My passions. Calmness getting increased.
Patience.
I didn't understand actually.
Patience, madam.
Patience.
Yes.
Patience, you're saying? Calmness.
Patience, calmness, yes.
Okay. Correct. You experience the calm state. You feel happy. You feel happy after meditating.
Yes, madam. Yes.
So these things that you're experiencing in meditation, usually you lose this when you come out of meditation. Are you losing this when you go about doing your duties in the day? Or you are able to hold on to them?
Yes. Yes, I lose. A certain extent, I lose.
Yes, that is what is Nirvakalp Samadhi. That when we come out of meditation, we lose that joy, we lose that bliss. Okay? But in Nirvakalp Samadhi, what you are experiencing in meditation, even when you come out of meditation and you are doing your daily activities, you will be able to keep experiencing that happiness, that bliss, that joy, that calm state. That is conscious ecstasy. That is Nirvikal Samadhi. For that, sometimes 2-3 years will also go. Sometimes some people who are fortunate, who have past life karma like this, they are already meditators. They will experience it very soon also. For some, it takes some time, but keep doing your meditation, and one day you will achieve the Nirvikal Samadhi state. At that time, after that, your life will not be the same. You become a completely different person. Nothing really affects you. Sadness, joy, sorrow, likes, dislikes, they don't really affect you. Even if you have something in your life, you are okay. Even if you don't have something in your life, you are okay. Okay? Got it?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yes, madam. Thanks, madam. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Any masters? Yeah, Ramachandran sir. Can unmute on.
Good evening, all. Your presentation was very inspiring, very good. I really, my favorite subject is mind and soul, and that I was very intently listening to that. And I always wonder the ways the strange way the mind behaves at certain points, certain level, and all the human beings are totally unique in nature, and their perceptions and all that. The mind is totally a very almost a wonder. But when it behaves in a way, it's very difficult to earlier. But today I am a different person. Before meditation, I used to wonder, how this mind works. Really, it was something, and I never got any answer. I never got any my answer. But last 2 years, I've been doing the meditation seriously, 2 hours, 3 hours a daily average, and I today more or less I can answer most of the question that comes about the mind, and also the soul is also there. So mind is the interface of soul. So there is lot of things. I'll tell you 2-3 life instances about feeling. My daughter, when she was studying in the college, I gave her a new mobile, and while traveling with her friends, somebody picked up the pickpocket here, and then her friend, she rang me up, and she said that your daughter is crying badly. She lost her mobile. Then I told her, do one thing. How much money you have in your pocket? You take her to the nearby cafe, give her an ice cream, and tell her that she will get it next day. She will get the same model. That is a new one. Just purchased only a month back. So same thing she will get. And after taking the ice cream, please give me a ring. I'll talk to her. So that is one thing. You see, the feeling, the external, happenings makes them time very sad. Daughter was very, very sorrow, very, very sad because she lost some precious thing. And then again she come back. Then this is one life situation. This is before meditation. It's happened. It's a life situation exams. The way to the way. Number two situation is that I used to smoke 2-3 packets a day. One day I thought that what a foolish thing I am doing, and without cigarette I can't go on. And I thought I should not be a slave to anybody. My nature is that I should never be a slave to anybody. And anything that should make me happy. So one Monday I told my colleague that from this coming Friday I will not smoke. And what I don't know, that I was not meditating, but what I did was that I used to think that I was just working on my mind that I have to stop on Friday, and I was in fact I was meditating how to go about it. I was searching what I should provide that, and then yes, I got the answer. And Friday, my colleague came, he gave me a cigarette. He said, "This is the last cigarette." Yes, that happened to be the last cigarette. What I used to do by meditating in that time, even without meditating, at this stage like that, those days there was no meditation. I was thinking that the man who is sitting in front of me at work smoking, he is offering me a cigarette. and my mind was saying that, what a fool this man, he is killing himself and he is not getting any benefit out of it. His mind wants it every time he wants to smoke. He cannot live without the cigarette. Now, that is, but he's really not understanding that he's a fool. That way I made up the mind. So I had the feeling. I have absolutely no feeling. Then after the meditation, I have an instance. One of my friends, by misunderstanding me, he wrote me in a WhatsApp message. He insulted me very bad. By a misunderstanding that somebody told something, and he's a good friend of mine. Then what I wrote in the message, sir, thank you, my dear friend. I accept everything, and I have a guru. I have a guru. He told me that you should not be judgmental. You should not be making any arguments. You should not argue, and always keep your mind calm. So thank you for everything. That is the what message I gave. After that, this my friend is a very egoistic person, and he has, and somebody told him the actual truth. And one day he came and he apologized to me in a very big way. And he, in fact, that has made him to change his ego. That ego, and he realized that he's very egoistic, insulting me like that. I didn't know to spend, but I just sent everybody 4-5 sentences saying that thank you for everything. And this is after the meditation. If it is before the meditation, I would have started him to the crowd because the way he insulted. See, this is the and another meditation is, I mean, you are talking all about meditation. The meditation has got one big advantage. See, in the course of our life journey, we come across so many matters, some small drops of knowledges which are lying spread right from our childhood, college, and working space. We listen to many speeches of saints. When all this, we get some kind of drops of knowledges which are lying in our subconscious mind. And when we meditate, and it is these small drops of knowledges come together and make that particular subject very thorough. This is my own experience in this matter, and there are certain things which I got in mind. I don't want to spend those things, which the kind of knowledge which has come out of that, that small drops of knowledge which was lying hidden somewhere in my subconscious mind. Normally we don't make use of those things. Those comes together and give a thorough knowledge about it and a clear knowledge. And another thing is that today I don't have any confusion. If some matter comes, I take immediate action. My decision is pure. Earlier I used to say, oh, should I go this way, this way? No confusion. I have a clear cut. This is what it is. I mean, a straight decision. This is the real what I experienced. But out of meditation, this is what I experienced. And I try to understand, and I have, of course, now I've become almost a master of mind. I can answer the questions about why. I used to wonder what it is. Why a lot of our people having a lot of different perceptions and how they are going about. Today, that is a meditation that is helped. I am totally transformed. That is one big thing. Thank you, ma'am. That's it. That's my experience about meditation.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for sharing your experiences. So, any masters? Yeah. Okay, masters. I think all are good. Let's do Anapanasati meditation, masters. Like you all know, Ana is in breath, Apana is out breath, Sati means to be with the breath. Create a calm environment around you. Remove your spectacles if you are wearing them. Drink a glass of water before you start meditating. So keep another glass of water beside you so that you can have after meditation. So darken your lights. Create a calm and peaceful atmosphere around you. Sit in a Sukhasana on a mat. If you are sitting on a chair, just cross your legs Keep your back straight and relaxed. Keep your hands clasped, interlocking fingers of one hand with the other. Just rest them on your thighs. Close your eyes. Don't allow any distractions. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Be present with each breath. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your breath without attempting to control it. The focus is not to control the breath, but to observe it. You may get thoughts, feelings, or sensations. Just simply ignore them. Gently return your focus to the breath. Get the thoughts, come back to the breath. Be patient and kind to yourself as you may bring your mind back again and again. So I'll play music, helps you focus and relax. Masters, last 1 minute. Let's bring attention back to the body consciousness. Feel the breath coming in and going out. The last 10 seconds. And we count down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rub your hands together, generating warmth and energy. When you are ready, place your palm over your eyes. Feel the soothing pressure for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Masters, have done wonderful meditation. Well done, Masters. Let's thank the universe and Mahavatar Foundation for giving us this platform to learn wisdom from many masters. And let's thank all the masters who have attended the session. Thank you all. So please don't miss the session tomorrow, as it will be about Aura Part 2 by Jayashree Madam. So see you all tomorrow. Good night.